Why are you putting this stuff away?
Ma'am, I feel like you're putting me in a position where I have to continuously tell you that that's an issue that you have. This is beyond going to the gym.
No, I just came from the gym. I'm trying to get my wax. I have vacation. My flight leaves tonight. And I need my wax done. And now you're telling me that you can't do my wax because of a funky issue. It's crazy because I've gone to other places. I've gone to European Wax Center, and they don't have an issue. The phone's going off. This is so unprofessional.
I do apologize.
This is so unprofessional.
However, that is beyond. I don't know what. Maybe European Wax Center is a little bit more equipped than we are. However, I don't feel comfortable. I'm actually a CNA as well, and that is not just an odor. That's actually an infection.
Excuse me?
That's an infection.
I don't have an infection.
And I don't feel comfortable touching you in that area.
I told you I just went to the gym. I just went to the gym.
Man, that's not the gym. That's not the gym, ma'am. I go to the gym. That's not the gym. That's not the gym.
You don't go
to the gym. This is
a
very uncomfortable conversation for me. I'm not your primary
You don't go to the gym. I can tell by your body type.
Excuse me. I am not going to accept insults from you. Because I'm not insulting you.
You haven't seen a gym.
Excuse me.
So
you are embarrassed now.
So you
you're going to try to put me down.
You wouldn't know what an odor from the gym smells like if you don't go to the gym.
You are completely. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. We cannot provide a service for you.
It's too late for me to book last minute anywhere else. Everybody else is booked. I got this off a group.
Ma'am, you need to go to the doctors. This has nothing to do. I don't even know why. You should not get on that flight.
This is crazy.
This is embarrassing. I hope you're not going to the man.
This place is embarrassing. You got this bum Easter grass. Look at this place. Look at this place. No, look at this place. Please. Look at this place. I'm going to show Groupon. Don't touch me.
You couldn't waterboard that information out of me. The way I would have prayed that the ground would open up and swallow me whole before I jumped on the World Wide Web to tell everybody that my hoo-ha was questionable? No, ma'am. People are so interested in trying to get a viral moment that you don't realize the person that you're shaming may actually be you. Instead of you doing what most people would do, which is hang their head in shame, gather up their things and whatever dignity they still have on that table and scurry out of there. She handled you with all the professionalism that she possibly could muster up, but you can't force her to work on you when she told you she's uncomfortable. She wasn't being rude. You were being rude for pulling out your camera and trying to intimidate her. She was actually being a girl's girl and giving you the heads up that you may have an active infection rather than you saying, you know what, you're a nurse, let me look into that. You'd rather say, I don't care what's going on, just do my wax. She does this for a living, so I know she's handled different scents before, but there is a reason why she's rejecting you. I'm sure she would have given you a full refund, so it's not about the money. Maybe there's some truth to what she's saying. Have you ever considered it?
All right, so there is a conversation happening behind salon doors that most people never hear. Brazilian waxers are speaking out, not to embarrass anyone, not to shame, but because they are tired of pretending this isn't happening. Some women are showing up to intimate appointment completely unprepared. And if that makes you uncomfortable, that's okay, because this is one of those grown women conversations we don't like to have, but need to. A Brazilian wax is not a casual service. It's not like getting your nails done or fixing your brows. It's intimate. It requires preparation, like showering properly, wearing clean underwear, avoiding heavy sweat before the appointment, and respecting the professional who has to work in very close proximity to your body. Yet, many waxers have shared stories about clients who come straight from the gym or after a long day, or assuming wipes alone are enough. And that's where the frustration starts. Today in this video, we are diving into Brazilian waxers speaking out about hygiene experiences they've had with clients. These are real professionals sharing their frustrations and stories from behind salon doors. And let me know what you think about the waxer who refused to service a client because of a sticky, funky situation. This isn't about shaming anyone. It's about having an honest conversation about preparation, standards, and respect when booking intimate services. Please do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Why can't a professional tell y'all that y'all are dirty? Why? Every time a service provider gets on this app and starts telling y'all, please come to your appointments clean, please wipe yourself, please do this properly, please do that, there's pushback. There's people talking about, oh, this is mean, this is rude. Because you're being dirty, like, please, let's stop. I'm so tired of this sensitive stuff. Like, this sensitivity has gone too far to the point where we can't tell grown adults that they have doo-doo on them. Like, Stop. Enough. It's actually very aggravating because I watched that lady's video. I watched that waxer's video all the way through from beginning to end, and she said nothing wrong. She said nothing wrong. She's telling y'all, and waxers have continuously got on this app and told y'all that y'all are not cleaning yourselves properly. If everybody was so clean and everybody knew what they were doing, these waxers would not be getting on this app talking about y'all. It's aggravating. It's really aggravating because y'all are so sensitive over the most basic things, like wipe your butt, wipe. I don't care if nobody taught me. Well, we're telling you now. Everybody's telling you now. You smell, it's dirty, it's disgusting. It's honestly rude and inconsiderate to show up somewhere unclean. You're not clean. Stop. And honestly, they're being too nice about it. They're really being too nice about it. They're coming to you delicately, and y'all are still having a problem with it. Like, you wouldn't want to hear. I couldn't be a waxer because I wouldn't be professional about it. They're being so professional about it, and it's still a problem. Y'all need to learn how to wipe and stop complaining when people are telling you you're not clean. It's weird, it's dirty, and we're too grown. We're too grown. Stop.
Waxers coming on the internet and talking bad about their clients' hygiene is something that will never sit right with me. I don't care how funny or amusing you think your story is about somebody's hygiene. It is not okay, and it's very unprofessional, and it makes people even more scared to get a wax because they're like, well, now this person's gonna judge me. And there is a difference between like educating a client, letting them know, hey, we have wipes. Remember to wipe front to back before your service. I understand that because, that's part of our job, just letting our clients know that. But it's different coming on the internet and laughing and making jokes and telling everybody like, oh my god, this client that came in, she had like this and this and this. Like, I don't care how funny you think it is. I don't care how many likes or views you get. That is not okay. I recently saw a waxer post an entire wax strip with fecal matter on it on her story and just put laughing emojis and was like, this is the shit I have to deal with. Literal shit. Like, it was just gross. Like, I was shocked when I saw her story. And I get that waxers shouldn't have to deal with this. Like, we're all grown, like, I understand as a waxer you see so many different type of bodily fluids and things, but at the same time there's different ways to go about it.
If you want to get into the waxing business, it's definitely not for the weak. I'm going to tell you this right now, because me as a waxer, I have seen some things and I just learned how to react to them. As a waxer, you can't make your clients feel uncomfortable. Like, for example, a lot of females, or some females, when they finish using the bathroom, doing number 2, and they think that they cleaned themselves thoroughly down there, but they didn't. And they come to their wax appointment, get on the table, they're getting waxed, and boom, needs the chest, butt strip. And you see residue. And you just have to know how to respond and make your client comfortable as much as possible, because they already feel embarrassed, like, oh snap, like, oh shit, I left something back.
So the reason I stopped cleaning people before doing Brazilian waxing was because part of it is an ego. Part of it is definitely psychological. So you would have some clients, not all, some clients would on purpose not clean themselves because they knew that you would do a great, thorough job. So think about that. For me, in dealing with that power struggle, it took me very, very early in my career to realize that some people were doing it on purpose. And that's why I train and I instruct them to clean themselves. You have some that will flat out refuse. They believe it's a part of your job to clean them. I'm here to remove your hair. I'm not here to clean your intimate space. There are some estheticians that do clean. And so these types of folks will find someone who will thoroughly clean them. I have never been one that has advocated doing that. I will not apply your prep products and I will not apply your post care. You will do it yourself, especially because there's no reason for you not to. I do think it's a ego thing. I'm not saying all of clients that I've had have done this, but the ones that have are very extremely memorable. But it is something that happens in the industry. So many of you are saying, oh, I'm going to make them shower. You can't make anybody take a shower. You can't even make people wash themselves. You can't make them clean their stuff out. You can't make them brush their teeth. There's no making anyone. You can instruct, but then you have someone who refuses. And if you're working in a position or for a corporation, they will make you clean them. They will make you do these things. And so I remember when I first started, because I started my career over 21 years ago, we didn't have internet to let people know that there is a creeper coming around, and either he's going to be really aggressive, he's going to make innuendos. Um, so we would communicate with each other who this person was. Now there's the internet. So we can have groups of estheticians that can put out warnings for inappropriate clients, and pretty much shut them down. But it's bigger than making someone clean themselves or telling them or giving them a shower. I love the people that say, "Oh, put a shower in your facilities." If they have a shower at home, why would they use a shower at my facility? Why would I put my business at risk for someone to do a slip and fall in a shower because they want to not bathe at home, but they're going to come bathe before? That's not how any of this absolutely works. This comment says priorities are all out of order. How is a Brazilian wax priority when basic hygiene isn't happening? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It will never make sense, but it is an ego thing. It is a power trip. It is the fact that they feel our jobs are to clean them. So when you have people that have this mentality, they feel they can come in any kind of way and they're going to be serviced, and they will in certain establishments. If they're going to a corporation, they're totally going to be serviced, whether it's going to be for massage or if it's going to be for waxing services. They're going to get that cleaned up. That esthetician is going to clean them. So it's bigger than just saying, "Oh, I'm going to tell them to clean." We put wipes out. We do everything. They look at it and we're like, "Oh, that's your job, so you should clean me." And as soon as I got my own business, no, you're going to clean yourself and you're going to put your post care on too.
Okay, here's my hot take as a body waxing specialist based in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Gabby. So I've seen a lot of videos lately about waxers talking about their clients' hygiene. And I just want to say a lot of those videos, I don't know if that's the intention, but a lot of those videos come up very judgmental. And as a client who I was a client before I became a waxer, if I would have seen my waxer post videos like that, I would not have wanted to go to them because the whole time I would have been thinking about, is this person judging me? Is this person going to make a video about me later on? Even if they are not specifically saying the person by name, that client, whoever they're talking about, knows it's about them, right? And I feel as a waxer, if you are claiming your space is a safe space and judgment free, you cannot be making those videos and expecting clients to come in here and feel comfortable with displaying themselves on your table. Going into a Brazilian, it is already an intimidating service, especially for first time clients. They don't know what to expect as far as pain. They're getting naked in front of a complete stranger, and you have to lay there with your legs splayed out in butterfly position, and then you have to do knees to chest position. And that already is a lot of stress, right, on yourself, especially if someone has anxiety or they're shy. I have both, so I am like super self conscious. And having those services, like I said, it's already intimidating. But then if you see your waxer and they have videos like, "Oh, this person wasn't clean," or "This person had XYZ, you should shower before you come. It's just gross if you come and you're not showered." I think that would make the service a lot more intimidating than it needs to be. And I feel like I, as a client, would not go to that person because I would be scared that they're judging me the whole time. And as estheticians, we are choosing, specifically waxers, we are choosing to work with the area that we are working with, right? As an esthetician, you can do facials. Here in Texas, you can do lashes. You can do just brows. You can focus on only brow waxing. You can focus on other areas of body waxing. You don't have to do genitalia. So if you are choosing to do genitalia and work with genitalia, then we already know what comes with the area, right? This is a part of the body where things are getting excreted. So sometimes clients are in a rush or they're coming, they don't always have time to shower. So what you can do instead of coming on here and complaining about your clients and their hygiene is offer them a wipe So I have wipes for my clients, and they can come, they can wipe down, and then they can throw their wipe in the trash before they hop on the bed.
Waxers see hundreds of clients from all backgrounds. They know accidents happen. Everyone has misjudged timing before, and everyone has had a day where they sweat more than expected. That's human. What frustrates professionals isn't a rare oversight, it's repeated disregard. There is a difference between a mistake and carelessness. When you book an intimate service, there is an unspoken agreement. The technician will be professional. They will respect the body. They will create a safe and comfortable environment. And in return, you respect their workspace and their health. Because hygiene isn't just about smelling fresh, it's about bacteria, it's about preventing irritation and infections, it's about safety for both people involved. Some assume that because they paid for a service, preparation doesn't matter. But payment does not cancel responsibility. A salon is not a cleanup station, it's a service space, and that distinction matters. Basic hygiene before an appointment isn't extra, it's expected. There is also a deeper layer to this conversation. Many of us were taught beauty routines before we were taught proper body care. We learned how to do makeup before we learned how to properly cleanse after sweating. We mastered presentation before we mastered maintenance. That's not always intentional neglect. Sometimes it's lack of education, but once you know better, you do better. Wax's speaking out isn't an attack on women, it's a reminder about standards. If we expect professionalism, we must bring preparation. If we expect luxury treatment, we must practice basic upkeep. Hygiene is self respect, and self respect isn't optional. It's easy to focus on how you look walking into an appointment. It's harder to think about how prepared you are for the person working on you. But that's maturity, that's consideration. Beauty maintenance goes beyond what people can see. You can have the perfect aesthetic, but without basic hygiene discipline, it falls apart in close proximity. This conversation isn't about humiliation, it's about accountability. It's about normalizing grown standards without dragging anyone. If you're booking an intimate service, prepare like it's intimate. And always remember that looking good is optional and being clean is basic. Thank you very much for watching. If you love this video, please do well to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you, and do see you on the next one.